Hi, I'm Mike Brown, and today I'm with Jessica Wilkinson, the investor and designer of this beautiful, magnificent property we're going to take a look at today. It's 169 Via de Laurencio here in Chula, Vista, California, and today we're going to take a tour of this magnificent property that's been remodeled. Jessica, would you lead the way?
I would love to.
Hey Jessica, can you share with our viewers today a little bit about the history on this house and how you found it and how you wanted to start remodeling it?
Oh boy, thank you Mike for having me on here. This home was brought to me from a real estate agent who was having trouble selling it on the market. This was an original owner home. It also became into a trust, so when his father passed away, they needed to sell this property rather quickly. The home was in the original condition, so as you can imagine with buyers right now, they're not really excited to do a major overhaul in a property, but I was excited about this house because it's one level, it's ranch style. There was a lot I could do with it without moving anything structurally, so I could really see the diamond in the rough in this house. But one of the things I wanted to point out to you first and foremost is when we came through here, I'm thinking I can brighten it up and paint, but when I came upon this kitchen, I thought I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this space. It was fully enclosed into a wooden box.
Wow.
If you can imagine that. All appliances, sink and everything was inside this wooden box. I had a little opening that you could peekaboo into the view of the kitchen. So we were thinking, do we move the kitchen? Do we put it to another location of the house? Everything was quite major in our ideas, but my husband's actually the one who came up with keeping the kitchen in the space, opening all the walls, and really utilizing this initial wall here that had full sliders to the backyard. As you imagine, they were not in the condition they are now, and really just making this a serving bar area and bringing the outside living in, like full California living that we love to do nowadays, living outside and inside, and the two marry. So, I mean, it's really about making the spaces light and bright. You don't notice the shorter ceilings if it's painted white. When everything just flows and has a logistical purpose, just makes it that much more desirable. So it really came together. You probably couldn't even imagine that this was an old wall of windows that didn't really even open. So when we really utilize the footprint of the house, I really mean that. Obviously this very large, oversized built-in fridge here, and it just keeps going because as you're serving and you want to be connected to your guests, we decided to put the wine room here. And these windows open up and let the fresh breezes in, let all the tamale steam out.
There you go.
And it's really just a blend of the environments of inside and out.
I love it. Jessica, tell me, what did this entry look like prior to getting it remodeled?
Oh boy, that was kind of how I felt when I walked into the space. Is, whoa, Nelly. Well, this right here was actually two closets. One had a furnace and the other side was a coat closet. As you can imagine, walking into two closets that were dingy and dark was not the most exciting way to walk into someone's house. In addition, we had an expansive wall here, and this even came and extended further here. So not only do you walk into closets, you can't see beyond all of the walls. And obviously, as you look around here, we did this faux plaques around the fireplace to really clean up this look here and give it more of a modern scape. And added our raw wood shelves to really bring it to the century we're living in today. Everybody nowadays just loves these warm woods, these beach elements. So the idea here was to really create a space that a family would want to be in, whether it's a playroom or a room for mom and dad to hang out while the kids are somewhere else. We just wanted to be as inviting and open and bright as possible. So with that idea, we had these two fireplaces. They're not together, they're actually two separate fireplaces.
Oh, really?
One's bricked and one wasn't, but I wanted you to see that these are two cohesive living spaces, but you can live in the same house but live in two separate living spaces at the same time. So come on in.
What a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
To have them both and then actually separate them out.
Yeah, so as you can tell, the designs marry each other and they're cohesive, but they have different purposes. This over here has your built-ins for your TV, your gaming. That space there is quite large enough to do whatever you want to with it, whether it's a pool table or a gaming room or sitting room. And then here's where the family lives and has this breezeway through to the casual dining and the kitchen where mom and dad and aunts and uncles are cooking up a storm.
I love it.
So the next problem spot in this house wasn't just the entry and the kitchen, that was a whew, but the master, like that's your hot ticket, right? When you see a house that you fall in love with, and those are the key elements. How does it walk in? How do you live in the kitchen? And where's my master? So I can't wait to show you this space.
All right, let's go take a look.
This space was designed to keep the original footprint. So you can imagine it was a little bit of a there was some difficulty in trying to figure out, do we put a walk-in closet? Do we shorten the bathroom? Ideally what we did was just kept the footprint of the original house, but again, brought it to today's era. So we did this wall of wardrobe here. We have uppers with hanging rods. We really wanted to speak to him and her with the design here. So we married the black with the soft linens and whites so the two could be very happy in this space together. It's not a her bedroom, it's not a his, it's the master. So come on in this bathroom. This was the space that had a little closet, a little linen, and I'll show you the before pictures. Nothing like this, but I wanted to create the feeling of a spa moment. We don't always get to go to a spa, but your bathroom should feel like it. So come
Absolutely.
on, Mike.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
Okay. So the choices, I mean, every day there's certain choices that happen. I said, oh, do we put a linen closet back in or do we give a spot for her? Obviously, I'm gonna give a spot for her. So this is the makeup table area. We were able to carve out in the space. We did floor all the way, every single wall. Well, I would say the good majority of the walls here are tiled. This is really reminiscent if you were to go to a spa and they have tiles on the walls and beautiful lighting to reflect you in the mirror as you're getting ready. It's just that moment to start your day and feeling refreshed.
I absolutely can see taking a bath on a lap for a long, hard day.
Right, and just the natural lighting. You don't want to invade your privacy with your neighbors, so that really just that rainfall feeling of just being taken away for the day.
Let me take a look at this
Sure.
shower here. That looks very refreshing, doesn't it?
The black is for him, a little bit of gold for her. Everybody's happy.
Love it.
As you can imagine, this kitchen that was in a wooden box was really closed off to the family dining room. And with families growing nowadays and the multi-generational families that are getting together, we really needed to reserve this open space for large table and large gatherings that still is open to the kitchen so everybody feels like they're together. So we just took out as many non-supportive walls as possible. I want to make sure I say that to really just brighten the space but have a cohesive living environment between the dining, formal dining, kitchen, and formal dining coming together.
Looks very nice. And you can fit a lot of people around the Thanksgiving table here on the holidays.
Right, we wanted at least a minimum of 8, but you could really expand this table or turn it or have a big round table. I mean, this is designed for this 6-bedroom house to have as many family members over as possible.
Great. Well, let's continue the tour. Where are we going to go next?
All right, come with me. So this is the wing of all of the kids' bedrooms. I'll spare you know what a 2-car garage looks like, even though it's very pretty. We did the multi-sex, I want to reflip that. So this here was just any sort of gender room. It could be a his room or a her room, but we really wanted to speak to kids nowadays that they could really relax in this space. We did some extra built-ins for either shoes or toys or anything here. We have a Jack and Jill bathroom that, if you blinked, you'd miss it, but it is between these bedrooms.
Okay.
I'll show you in a second. It was rather large. It actually was this space here, which was a wall. But you can imagine all those people eating and hanging out. Where are they gonna go?
Yeah.
So we borrowed a little section of that Jack and Jill and created this wonderful powder room that also has its own experience as the master.
I love it. I love the design.
Thank you. Okay, Mike, as you can see, it's very important to me to have storage and layout and function when it comes to families and single family properties. It's very important how a family lives. So in this space, I really wanted to have a separate space for your guests, for their powder room. And in here, this room we kept rather large and still included more storage. The design of it was to really speak to anyone who considered extra family members here. But we kept the joint Jack and Jill bathroom, and we played around with it a little bit, but we wanted to keep it as clean but updated as possible. So we still have a tub shower combo, more storage, because you know I love that.
Oh, I love that.
No wasted space. Kids have a lot of things. If you have a 14-year-old like mine, you'll need all the extra space you can get.
Beautiful shower.
Thank you. And then this clearly is obviously, I have a 14-year-old, so I wanted to speak to those young teens out there who just want to have that touch of femininity and just really play around with some of the new bohemian chic look of today's design.
Your designs are gorgeous.
Thank you. La Cantina style doors.
I love those doors.
I'm probably gonna mess this up, but you get the idea. All of this opens all the way up.
Yep.
You just really breeze on out. This right here was such a hot mess, so I won't even go into what was there, but let's just look at the beauty of what we've created. We didn't want a big chandelier. We wanted it to feel much like a cantina style restaurant. That you come out, you have the lighting, you have the shade. Because we have this oversized yard and pool that's not shaded, we really wanted to create a space that you could be outside but still a little bit shielded from the sun.
I love this pergola.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
gorgeous.
This was a labor of love to come up with, well, what can we build here that doesn't block out too much of the sun and you feel like you're sitting in the dark. So with raising the pitch, we were able to let the sunlight in on all three angles and not feel like it's a little bit of a cave. But still gives you that warmth, like a hug. You're sitting here with a glass of wine. It's still pretty cozy and romantic.
I love it. Everybody uses the hug, and certainly on a day like this, it's Valentine's Day.
Everybody uses wine and a hug.
That's right.
This is what we created, a wine and a hug. So Mike, if you can look around here, you see this expansive grass area. So we didn't really need to do much out here other than just make it look beautiful and inviting for the kids and the families to come out and play in together. The pool was, obviously everything in this house is a disaster, but you can see it now. It's very inviting and crystal clean. We retiled and replastered and just made it so cool and inviting. But what was missing was, where do you hang out between the house that's over here under your warm hug and a wine to coming out here with the kids. So this space right here, it was sort of a woodshed. So it was part of the original structure, but it wasn't being utilized for anything other than just extra storage. So Mike, I'm gonna let you go in and take the first walk so you can see what we've done with it. This has become now the pool house or optional bonus room or ADU. People nowadays need extra spaces. They don't know how they're gonna get it. They don't know where to put their in-laws or growing teens. So this was really that flex space that we took out from a woodshed and said, hey, family of 10, go kick the teens out, or mom gets to stay for a weekend. It's very comfortable and cozy. Or come in here and put up a big screen and watch the kids swim. So it really is just a great space that we rolled upon, we were able to reuse.
What a great space for oversized family or for the in-laws.
Right, exactly. We have a full kitchen here. We managed to put it in an 8-foot wall. So I don't know how we did that. A little bit of creativity and sweat equity over here, but we were able to put it in induction heating, the vent fan, the microwave, a full fridge, so you're gonna have your ice maker there for all those game nights. And then you have your pool house bathroom here. The tile floors really is just very friendly and forgiving coming in from the pool.
Very nice. Hey Jessica, thank you so much for taking us on this beautiful tour today. Hey guys, this beautiful property can be yours for $1.725, and there are some offers on the table now, but if you guys are interested, give me a call at 760-822-8734, or you can text me or you can email me at mikebrownbroker@gmail.com. Any last minute comments you want to make to the group?
Well, thank you so much for having me today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much guys, and we'll have another house for you next time. Take care.